Hi, welcome to this week's video. I'm going to be talking you through what I've been up to in my books in the last few days, catching you up with that stuff. Plus, I kind of felt like going through my traveller's notebook style booklets that I've been using over the last few months. Just kind of, I like flipping through my pages now and again anyway, and I haven't looked at these in a while. But also thinking about how I might want to use my booklet in November and December. I bought 6 months worth of them, so I've only got a couple of months worth left. I also just want to say as well, before we get too far into the video, I'm on the tail end of a bad cold. I've tested for other things and it's nothing like too serious, but I have a weaker immune system, so things always seem to like hit me a bit harder. So if my voice sounds a bit off, that's why. And hopefully I'll cut out coughing and sniffling as much as possible. But yeah, anyway, I wanted to just have a look at the Traveller's Notebook style books, because I've been kind of having thoughts about how to better utilise these, and it kind of involves me maybe moving away from the filofax a little. So firstly, we'll go through kind of what I've been up to this week in my books, then I'll show you those bits, and then I've got kind of a couple of new bits to kind of show you. I've got a book here, and also a new cover for next year as well, so we'll touch on that towards the end, I think. So to make a start, let's have a look at the filofax and how things have been progressing in here. If it's the first time that you've watched one of my videos, just to give you a bit of an introduction, I suppose, at the moment I am planning in my filofax. This is a Metropole personal size, and I use a selection of things that came with it, printouts from Megan of Megan Rhiannon, plus I've also done a bit of like a DIY thing where if I've got like old notebooks that have got like 10 pages left in the back, I'll trim them down and stuff, so page sizes and grid sizes vary quite a bit. My primary method of like memory keeping is a Hobonichi A6, which I've got in this cover. I might switch this to my navy cover. I've been kind of feeling that the last few days. And kind of as a for fun bonus thing, I've been using these Traveller's Notebook style booklets from Megan Rhiannon. So we'll go through the filofax, then the A6, and then the Traveller's Notebook book. So firstly, in this sort of front cover section, things are kind of looking maybe a little bit messy, a bit busier than I'd like. I don't know how long I'll keep things as they are, but just to talk you through that a little bit, I've got my Hobonichi booklet back here. I've got a couple of post-its and little note tabs here. I've got a packet of pumpkin seeds, which is probably like the weirdest thing for someone to have within their like planner setup. I bought a like Halloween advent calendar from the Haunts Curiosity Shop, and for a while I was opening them day by day, you know, as you're supposed to, but I don't know, I felt the other day like I needed a pick me up, so I just opened everything, and one of the days is the pumpkin seeds. And I really like their artwork, so I primarily got it in there for the sake of the artwork. I need to look into when the best time is to plant pumpkin seeds. The other thought I've had on that is my partner and I are currently like looking for a house and looking to relocate, so I'm also thinking, actually, do I want to be planting new vegetables right now? Because it's like one more thing to have to kind of move. And I've still got a piece of septum jewellery here for my sibling to help me change my septum jewellery. So that's kicking about. The stuff at the back's basically the same. So we'll flip through. Oh, a new change in here. So I did this just this morning. I got the Sticky Club Midnight Tarot sticker sheets, and something that I had thought about doing and now I have done is utilising the kind of postcards that are at the front of the sticker sheets as dividers. So what I've done is I have trimmed down some watercolour black card, and then just using some washi tape I've attached the different sort of cards on here. This maybe isn't like the neatest job, like things are ever so slightly wonky, but I try not to be too much of a perfectionist in the filofax. Things are supposed to feel a bit DIY in here and a bit, yeah, just a bit DIY I guess, and I just really like the shimmery effect on the pages as well. So like these are obviously Halloween based designs, but the coolness and the sort of blues and purples and stuff, I feel like these will be really lovely to use throughout the winter. So I put these in this morning. So this, like, it's a nice thing about the filofax is like you can add novelty in a way, but you're not having to like spend lots of money doing it or anything. My secondary pen this week, because that's kind of always part of talking through the filofax, Sarasa clip from the vintage set, and it's this sort of darker red, the sort of burgundy red. I picked it out kind of at random. Yeah, I tend to do that. I just kind of put my hand in the Delphonics pouch I've got on my desk and pull it out. And then I tend to pick a sticker for the top corner to match. And this is a stamped and sealed coast sticker. And we've got, you know, how things are going. I'm filming on a Wednesday, and I've actually, despite feeling as poorly as I do, been able to make a decent amount of progress with like household jobs. And then we've got health things here. Oh dear, I didn't update this yesterday and I need to do it for today as well, so I'm a bit behind on that. Normally, like I just mentioned, I stick the little stickers in the corners here as I go through the weeks, but I was kind of feeling in a like decoration mood yesterday, and I just decided to decorate each of the corners. These trackers, by the way, are on printouts from Megan's shop. These are commonplace ones, but I've just sort of adapted them for my needs. And then in terms of the stickers in the corners, these are largely from the Midnight Tarot collection. So they're from a bunch of different artists. This sort of green one here is by Citus. This sort of piece of, sort of candy or a lollipop sort of thing is by Tiny Yumi. I really like their sticker sheet as part of this set. I'm trying not to show too much because some people will be going like day by day with it, and I don't want too many spoilers. This one in the corner here is by Laurel May Art Illustration, and I've picked like this pumpkin one in particular for this week because this is going to be the week that Halloween falls on. And then this little butterfly is from Och Monica, or Ok Monica. Sorry if I'm saying that wrong. And then yeah, I'll need to print some more off, or I might be going in a slightly different direction, which I might mention to you as we progress. So yeah, here's my next divider using some of those Midnight Tarot cards. And what's nice as well about the way I've done this is I have backed each of the cards onto the black watercolour paper just using some washi tape. So if I want to take them off, I can, and I'm not going to damage anything, which means I'll be able to reuse the cards for whatever I like. But also the black watercolour paper is then cut to a size that I want for anything else that I might want to stick on in the future. And I've not hole punched the cards themselves. They can serve lots of different purposes, you know, they're not like stuck with this setup. So I'll go to my kind of lists section here. I feel like this section is looking particularly messy at the minute, but I can cope. Oh yeah, okay, so what I did actually do is, because this Tuesday was the beginning of October, I archived all my pages before that because I had about a month and a half worth of notes. So this list section is mostly my daily to-do lists, and now and again I will put lists in here that are for slightly longer term reference. So we've got this one. This lettering, this sort of Gothic or Tudor style lettering, is from Bones and Blankets. And then this is a Paper Shire sticker. I keep decoration quite minimal in here because it's very much a functional space, but you know, if you can make something look a bit prettier, then why not? We've got some more of the lettering. This is a stamp that I got as part of kind of a bulk order of stamps. There was someone on Etsy. I'll see if I can find the shop because they have some quite unique things. Now and again, it's quite nice just to use like regular stamps as decoration. This little ghost here is from Bujo Cult. So's this haunted house. Yeah, I had some like life admin things that I needed to sort out, so I've like written down notes for myself for a phone call I had to make, my deadline for that. I am currently reading a book that is the Halloween Encyclopedia, and it's on my Kobo. And I accidentally downloaded it as a PDF as opposed to an EPUB file, which means I can't highlight it. So any notes or references or anything that I want to look into further, normally I'd highlight that so it's not disrupting like the reading experience too much. Can't do that with a PDF. So I've just got some notes here, and I've left this blank page here for any more notes. And yeah, what's quite nice, of course, about the filofax is I can just add extra pages as I need to. Got Sunday's to-do list. This little sticker here is from some pet tape that I got as a freebie from Miso Paper, so I'm not sure kind of where it's from originally or properly. This banner is part of a set that I got from Flying Tiger. This spider here, I now and again will like just print a bunch of images from the internet to use in my planners, and that's part of that. I've got a like zip wallet here for kind of ephemera bits and things like that, so it's easy to get to. Again, more like life admin stuff. I had to send a bunch of paperwork to somebody. I've got a bit of a shopping list here, but it's, you know, relatively short, so I've done Tuesday's to-do list underneath. Again, the banner is part of that tiger set. Got my little bookmark here to indicate what day, like where we are within this list section. And I've tacked a note here because I'm trying to make a booking a dinner reservation for in a few weeks' time, and the place that we're trying to book in at, it's nothing fancy, but it's been a complete pain trying to book anything. So I made a note to myself of the dates that I'd tried to contact them and stuff, so if / when I finally get through to them, I've got the information. And then we've got today's list. I didn't necessarily like plan to film today, but the opportunity came up, so I'm just gonna like add the fact that I'm filming on here, and maybe making my thumbnail. We will see how much energy I've got once I've finished. Normally I'll talk to you like first thing in the morning when I've got my like quote most amount of energy in the day. Sorry, I'm just reminding myself of things. Whereas I'm filming at like 2:30, 3 o'clock, which is around the time where things start really nosediving. So things might get a bit, like I might struggle with my words and stuff a bit more. I'm not sure how we will get along. And then I've got a short list here of little jobs / things I want to do. So they're not urgent things, but they're things that would be like nice little tasks, not too demanding. So that's kind of there for when I'm feeling a bit less poorly, really. Because at the moment, if I'm not doing something like proactive to, I don't know, make my life better, or you know, working on art stuff, then I'm trying to rest. I've got my next divider here. And I don't think anything has changed in terms of this collections list. This collection section, sorry. Yeah, I've got my to be watched here. Not made loads of progress with it. I'm going to be watching a couple of films like today and tomorrow though, so I'll be able to check a few off there. Oh, what is quite nice, so I have this to-do list for the month, like you can just see September here, and I've actually crossed off everything on the list despite being unwell. So that's reassuring because I want to like rest up and recover from feeling poorly, but I want to enjoy October as much as I can. It's really weird. The leaves started turning a few weeks ago, and we had a bit of a cold patch where I am in the UK. But then it's actually been quite warm since. We're getting a lot of rain, just, you know, nice and cosy in its own way. But it's not quite like the peak point of the year yet. It really will be like the last week of October, first week of November that everything will start feeling just right. But anyway, I still want to, you know, enjoy things and not like wish away the next few weeks. So yeah, this channel is about books and journaling, but I get sidetracked. Well, let's pop this just there for now. And then looking at the A6, so like I said, I had the forethought of putting a bookmark in. One thing I will just touch on, I can't remember if I've mentioned it in a previous video, I use the Calendex pages for mood tracking, and typically what I did in the A6 in the first half of the year, and then what I've done in the first couple of months in this half of the year, is I will have like the first 3 squares as good, medium, bad, just to try and like simplify things, and then a very, very brief description of yeah, like feeling out of it, tired but okay, that kind of thing. And I thought this time I might try having a wider spectrum of feelings, and being like, you know, how like there's 11 boxes here, but like marking a mood out of 10 and seeing where I am. I think I need more time to see like how it's getting on. If it doesn't work in October, I can just go back to my previous way of doing it in November. And I do decorate these pages as well. So I've got this blue tape, which, crikey, where's this from? I can't think for the life of me where the washi tape's from. I've got the words moody and sleepy here. Those are Megan Rhiannon stickers. And then these face stickers, can't remember where they're from. I got them from my stationery pal, I believe. So I should be able to link them still, but I can't remember the name of the manufacturer or the creator. I've had a couple of extra bits go in on my calendar pages, nothing really to talk about here. And then we'll go through these pages. So we've got the 30th. One thing that you might just spot, I have my pencil board. So this is a week's pencil board that I've cut down, and I keep in here as a bookmark. I've used a paper clip to attach some bits and pieces. A few days ago, PJ from the Journaling Potato, she put a story up saying that she'd had some like trouble, wasn't too happy with a hobonichi cover that she'd ordered. Hobonichi helped her out, and she was giving away the cover, and I won that giveaway. And long story short, she threw in a few extra paper bits for me. She also threw in a blind box. PJ's been doing quite a few blind boxes lately, and I was really surprised to find this one. And it's like, I don't know, I think of it like sugar plum fairy poop kind of thing. It's like very pastel and everything. So that lives on my desk. But the papers, so I've got them in the forefront of my mind to actually use them. I've just tacked them to the pencil board here. I really like this one at the front that's like a library card. I don't think I'll use this for scrapbooking or notes. I think it's just like a cool thing to have as is. But yeah, that's that. And I've started using some of those paper bits as well, which is nice. So to talk you through those the pages from the last few days, I'll just mention my layout in case it's the first time you've seen one of my videos. So in the A6, at the top of the page, I use the kind of checklist section to put in a tarot reading. So I just pull a card each morning, just very chill, and I tend to kind of think to myself or ask myself, like, what's the vibe for today? What message do I need today? Just a very simple question. Because I'm normally doing it like half asleep as I'm getting up. So I put that information there, and then typically I will write just straight across the page with a bit of deco. On this particular day, I tried writing in columns using, the kind of invisible line that's there. I didn't really take to it, but it kind of worked because I did this decoration the night before and it looks nice, but actually I would have like lost quite a bit of space if I'd just written across the page this way. So the column meant I could make the most of the space as I could. These are just a couple of print-offs from the internet. I'm not too sure on the sources. And then we've got my sort of cover page or mood board for October. It took me a moment to catch that word. So yeah, I do this mood board of typically about 8 images, and then as and when I feel like it, there's sometimes some additional decoration on like this. So if you want details on like where stickers are from and stuff, I'll pop up a card for last week's video. And then we've got these this spread here. I like this quite a lot, and it's funny, like me getting the cover from PJ, getting the paper bits, because this spread was like quite inspired by how she does her pages, in that I had some leftover paper from when I did this cover, which, yeah, I messed it up. Let's move on. Had some leftover paper and I stuck it down to like add some more texture to the page, and then I put a few stickers down as well. So like I say, the layout being my tarot reading at the top, and then my sort of evening Dear Diary entry here, and I've taken to putting a line underneath the tarot reading just to separate the page out a bit. Decoration wise, this jack-o'-lantern is a Megan Rhiannon one, and I've got a little star here which is from the from the collaboration between Mabel and Olive Co and Bronte Sonic, or Bronte Plans. So that's that side, and then on this side we've got a little Nintendo Switch, because I've been playing Mario Kart with a couple of friends lately, and I did on this day, and that's a Salam Creative one. And then this ticket style one, which I absolutely love this sheet. It's from the Sticky Club Midnight Tarot set, and this is by Asako Drawers. So yeah, I love the colours as well, you know, the oranges and the reds and everything. Next couple of days, this was, I think, the beginning of me starting to feel, I was feeling very anxious, I said, and felt unwell. I think this, was the beginning of it. So decoration wise, we've got this like a check or some sort of written sort of paraphernalia here. That's from a sticker set that I got from the Olive and Mabel Co collaboration, as is this little button. The hot drink here is a Paper Shire one, and then this sticker is also from the Sticky Club set, and this is me 99% of the time. Like, if ever I meet you, I am likely to just be in full cozy mode, and at home I have like a blanket on me 99% of the time. This is, same as that butterfly before, this is from Arch Monica. And that sheet, I'm not going to show it again because of spoilers, but it's such a very cozy, like, I don't like going for like cottagecore, but kind of that kind of vibe. Very, very cozy vibe with that sheet. Under this bit that I've put in is this sticker sheet from Moren Kunst, and it's a shame that I didn't think things through when I lay that down. I wasn't expecting to finish my book on this day, so I put it down knowing I was going to read quite a bit, but then I ended up finishing the book. And the book here, it's already faded, but it's gorse. I got that as an advanced reader's copy, did my little review of it, so now that book's finished, I've been able to start on my like Halloween and spooky reading, which is I'm enjoying a lot. On the 5th, got a couple of bits of decoration here. This like torn piece of paper sticker just here, that's from the Olive and Mabel and Bronte collaboration. The ghost Polaroid is a Megan sticker, and I'm 99% sure this cobweb is a Bones and Blankets one. And then I've got an image tacked in here, and the books are the Sad Ghost Club Volume 1 and 2, and I read them both in the afternoon on this day. And you know, the ghosts and the ghost, like, it's all very ghostly. I picked this Polaroid because I knew I was going to start these books. I didn't know I was going to finish them, so this looks quite cute, I think. Decoration wise on this page, I've got some washi tape in the background. That's an MT tape, and it's one of the William Morris designs. These skeleton hands are another print off from the internet, and then these not paper clips, drawing pin, sewing pin. I cannot remember the word for them. These things are also from the Olive and Mabel Co. and Bronte collaboration. Quite like these spreads as well. It's always nice having like colour themes, and like this little post-it's kind of like a lilac pale purple, and then I used one of the like memo pad things from PJ here that had like a purpley feel to it to kind of balance. So yeah, this is a little post-it I got from PJ when she sent me the cover, with another Nintendo Switch from Salam Creative, because we had another Mario Kart match that day. And then this side we've got that bit of memo pad, a couple of Megan stickers here, a Marigola Suli sticker here, and then the one at the bottom is one of mine. I'm really liking kind of this layering approach to the deco. Like you can see it here and here as well. Like if I look earlier in the year, I was maybe keeping things a bit more minimal, which, you know, has its appeal as well. I do like these layouts, but I feel like this is a bit more like fun and creative in a lot of ways, and that really shows and comes through on this little collage that I made today. And it's again one of the things that I'm really looking forward to being able to do much more freely in the A5 next year. So we've got my tarot reading from this morning, and then this collage in the middle here. Yeah, I feel like this is nice. So we've got some Marigola Suli washi here. This image here, which is someone's opened a book, they've got their coffee, they put it down on a park bench, and there's lots of autumnal leaves around. I pulled that from Pinterest. A couple of Megan stickers here, and then this is let's have just double check again. So this these books at the bottom, these are from Monica, and then this like sort of Frankenstein's monster style cat, that's another Sticky Club one, and it's from Dalzipsa. Again, my pronunciation might not be great, I'm sorry. But yeah, I really like how this particular one came together. And then, yeah, I've not got too far ahead of myself. I tend to try and restrain myself a bit and like only decorate in advance, like by one day, maybe 2 days, because I like to try and theme the decoration to like what I've been up to, or the themes of what I'm reading or watching, etc. Like, for example, I've been reading this Halloween encyclopedia one, so the jack-o'-lantern made sense, the potion bottle made sense, these like hot chocolate cups with the marshmallows, and same again, you know, it's a very sort of Halloween and autumnal vibe that I'm going for here. So yeah, I've been really liking the decoration stuff in the A6 the last few days. I'll just pop the pencil board back, I forgot. I always do that. It's getting quite fat already. I'm kind of nervous about what things are going to look like come December. I do wonder if the decoration I've done, putting this on the front, might be making it worse. I'll see. And then my like TN style booklet here, and just the first thing to mention, because I was faffing with it just then, is I've got these big paper clips from Colour Cafe, and in the past I've had like a little skull charm on there, but with my Haunts Curiosity Shop advent calendar thing, one of the items had this like rugged-ish ribbon as part of the like packaging, and I really took to it, so I've just added that here, and I think it looks good. I'll just like quickly attach it. I think it looks really good with like the decoration I've got as well, so that's what that is. Showed you the decoration of this last week. A future log has remained kind of static because it's that media tracking stuff. these pages. So I am using this to track my progress with Peachtober, and I started this actually in September as I was drawing for the prompts. I added a tiny bit of decoration here. When I did that little collage in the A6, I had a bit of washi that didn't quite fit, so I put that down. And I've also put down a sticker, and this sticker's from Citus. Again, it's part of that Sticky Club collection. And then I've been tracking my media down the side here, and that's been going pretty well. Got my TBR, and I've crossed a couple of bits out, but I've got plenty to read still. I've not been using the weekly pages so much in October. I didn't use them in September either. And something I'm thinking about doing potentially in November, or trying out, is potentially trying to use this book a bit more as my everyday book as opposed to the filofax, and seeing how I get on with that. So, for example, my to-do lists would just go into this section, and any overflow, I've got these margin spaces. The main thing that I really find helpful in the filofax is my trackers, and I wonder, like, they help me manage like a lot of self-care things and like my autistic needs. So I'm a bit like, oh, will I manage without those trackers? Will I keep on top of those everyday things if I don't have them? Yeah, I'm not sure. But part of me, yeah, I want to make use of this space a bit better, I think. So that's what kind of leading me in that direction. The other thing I sort of thought about doing was I use my tracker. My trackers are far more in depth now than they used to be. I used to just use the checkbox section at the top of the A6. So part of me thought about going back to that more minimal checklist at the top, moving the tarot information to these boxes, and then I could have a to-do list that just runs down the side here. So that's what I'm mulling over. But anyway, we'll move on, and I'll update you about what's been going on in the commonplace section. So yeah, I filled out my little introduction section here. I've got some notes here from a scientific paper that I read and my kind of thoughts on it. Got my review of Gorse in here, my review of the Sad Ghost Club. Just thought to myself, is there any decoration to tell you about? No. These are some Megan stickers. Continuation of that review, and we've got a few stickers in here. So these ghosts and the stars are all from one of the Sticky Club sheets. They're from a sheet by a person called Passion Peachy, and then this sort of foggy picture is one that I've pulled from the internet. These dot stickers don't match anything in my key. And that's because I've completely run out of this pale blue colour in the sets that I was using. So I just picked one from a different set of dot stickers that I had that was the closest I could do. Sorry, my voice is starting to really fail me. I've got a poem here called Think of Others. I've got a quote here which is about writing diaries, writing journals, and how they can both be a positive and a negative thing. This is a stamped and sealed coast sticker. I've got a quote here, and this is a sticker from Morin Kunst. There's a line in the quote that talks about, let's see if I can find it. I tell someone I love them and the wind chokes on her own body, heart faltering like flesh and blood caught up in the ghost town, where the dead grasp at anything beating and clutch it to their chests, whispering, why can't I breathe? Why can't I even breathe? So yeah, that idea of like the clutching just made me think of, you know, like the classic zombie trope, or, you know, horrors trope where the hand reaches out of the ground. So that sticker felt pertinent. Another quote here from a poem. Some more notes about a scientific paper I read. So people have asked me about these a little bit in the past, and I tend to get these from the think they're called Neurodiverse Connections. I'll put a link down below, and they do a monthly newsletter, and this one in particular really hit home. It's a paper called Effective Contact in Autism, a phenomenological study of the emotional experiences of autistic adults. And the main findings from it, I don't want to go on about it too much again, we're here to talk about notebooks, but it talks about how there's been this sort of stereotype or idea that autistic people aren't emotional at all and that we're like robots, which is obviously bullshit. The fact that our emotions are typically like mismeasured and misunderstood because of like double empathy, and then kind of the impact that has on people. That's what got discussed. So key points: emotions are intense, people feel and describe themselves as being particularly sensitive, that there is often a mismeasurement and a misunderstanding of those of emotions, and I think that can often come into play when it comes to describing like pain as well, and some of the participants of the research touched on that as well. This was one where like I made some notes to myself as well, thinking about my lived experience. And then scientific papers always feels like a weird thing to decorate, so I tend to keep to like florals and kind of more minimal stuff if I'm going to. And these particular ones, these are from some pet tape that was from Miso paper. It was a freebie, so I'm not sure on the source, unfortunately. And I've got a picture printed off here for when I review the Halloween Encyclopedia. This was just a page that I quite liked. It has a miniature figure of Jack Skellington in, from when The Nightmare Before Christmas was first made. I don't like particularly love that film, but I really like the art style and everything. So that was fun to include. So I've had a good look at the October Traveller's Notebook there, and I just thought, and I don't know if I really like talk through this at all, but I thought it might be fun just to have a look at my Traveller's Notebooks so far. And it's just like really nice seeing a collection together like this. So I like line them up like this just to, this may even be something that I cut and it's just for like my own amusement to have a look, but I figured I'd film it. So everything looks like cute. And I like the idea, you know, at the end of the year I'll have like 6 of these together on my shelf, which is fun. I'll probably just flip through, comment on anything if it feels, you know, relevant to. Quite like this dot sticker approach I had before. This might be I was trying to think about, you know, how to better utilise this. I might use this for habit tracking because I'll have the space underneath to write the information. So this might be the equivalent to the trackers that I've got in the filofax at the minute. So yeah, this is a good way to think about things. In July I was mostly using this for media tracking. That's how I started off using these books. But it all just kind of felt a bit repetitive and I would forget things. I did like having this like mood board at the beginning, that was fun. And my ticket for the mummy, which hasn't faded at all, I'm quite surprised. My book reviews as well. Read a lot in July. I watched a few films. That's cool. Could do with just popping a dot sticker on there just for feeling a bit more finished and complete. Look at August. And this one, I did kind of the media stuff at the beginning, colour coding, but then I used this as a regular calendar, and I did some health tracking at the side. The health tracking I've got in the filofax. Part of me is thinking, actually, if I stop doing that, I don't know. I'm kind of doing it because I've got a few health issues that I'm trying to keep an eye on, but also I'm a bit like, actually, is that only for my own purposes at the minute, because and I don't want to moan too much, but every time I try and ask for medical help, it just kind of goes rubbish. So I'm a bit like, is that a pointless exercise? I think it's not. I'm trying not to be a downer. I think it's good for me to be aware of what I'm experiencing, because my memory means that I forget. I'll have a think. Did a bit of gratitude. That was, you know, nice in theory, but I don't look at it, so we'll see. I did little summaries of what I did each day during August in these weekly spreads, and I had my like one-off for the week tasks, which I now keep in my trackers. I think these weekly things might be one thing I've thought about using them for in the past, is almost like a work journal or a workbook when it comes to my artistic practice. And I thought about at one point getting a week's for this purpose for 2025, and I'm trying to take the remainder of October as a bit of a holiday and a rest from that. But come November, maybe that would be a use for the weekly pages. And then we've got my commonplace section here, and I really like the pages that I've got this month. Thinking about hobonichi stuff. A few book reviews and stuff, and a little collage thing because I screwed something up, but you know, it's cute to have those pictures all together. Me being very happy with my filofax. And then I tacked a bunch of pages in at the back because I was just absolutely mad for commonplacing in August, it seems. Read a lot of books again. Pages don't stay in properly, but it's okay. So yeah, that's like the best one. And we'll go through the September one as well. A bit emptier, these pages. Same again here. I don't think I necessarily utilised this book to its fullest. I didn't show you this, I don't think, but I did the monthly review in here, and I decided for September I'd add a few pictures in as well. So the pictures I've got is a picture that I took at the Coffin Works. We went there for my birthday. And then also the feet of me, my partner, my sibling and their partner, because we went out for a birthday meal. And then like a bit of a flat leg here of my hobonichi order once that arrived. And I didn't use the weekly spreads in September. So then we get to the commonplace section, and again I really enjoyed working in this layout in September. Not necessarily as much decoration, but I think still pleasant to go through, enjoyable to do. There we go. And I'll leave the October one for now, but I just kind of wanted to take that bit of a walk down memory lane with you there. And then yeah, just like a couple of bits to finish up to show you briefly. This is a book that you're not going to see the insides of after this week, but I just thought I'd mention it because it's a book and this is a journaling channel. This is I think it's A5. Yeah, it's an A5 notebook, lined paper from Muji. Bought it kind of on a whim, I don't know, a year, 2 years ago. And I figured I'd just find a purpose for it at some point. I just thought I'd show you the little bit of decoration I've done. This book is going to be my book for therapy. I'm starting some group therapy at the end of the month. And I thought, if I'm going to do therapy and do the homework and stuff associated with it, I want a nice little individual place for it, and I want it to feel kind of nice and special. So we've got a bit of decoration. The washi tape here is Colour Cafe, and then these stickers are from Megan Rhiannon. I've got some more washi tape here from Colour Cafe, and the reason for this is I've used this book, or gone to use this book for different purposes in the past, and then got fed up or changed my mind or whatever it is, and torn pages out. And you can see there's a bit of kind of thread here. So this is just to kind of like cover up the worst of the tattiness because it looked a bit gross. And then I've made a mood board here. I do like my mood boards. And I kind of went for like stimmy things that were like really positive sensory experiences. The therapy that I'm going to be starting is specifically about being autistic and coping mechanisms, stuff like that. So that was the aim of it. So we've got, you know, nice fluffy jumper here, Halloween drink, someone enjoying the rain, we've got the sea, we've got a nightlight, you know, you get the idea, and a couple more Megan stickers just there. And then I just wrote out, because if I'm going to be embarking on something or doing something, it's one thing to like read the information, but writing it out for yourself by hand just helps cement everything in. It's one of the reasons I do commonplacing. So I wrote out like the agenda for each of the sessions and the kind of guidelines for how to set your computer up and everything beforehand. It was kind of like a self-soothing thing, really, doing all that. So yeah, that's my therapy book. And I think if I don't use the whole thing up during the sort of course, then I'll use it for like morning pages or venting or something afterwards. And then just the last thing to show you, I'll pop that there, is the cover that I got from PJ. I'm going to try not to move it around too much because it's still in the plastic. So I can't remember the name of it. I think it's called like Brownie Plaid or something like that. And it's this lovely, like quite close-knit tartan and then a navy blue on the inside. Let's keep that away from the candle. So this was a cover that I'd looked at a bit on the Hobonichi website, but I'll be completely honest, it wasn't something that really blew me away. However, what really appealed to me about it is like the time of year we're in currently, basically. This is just so lovely for the autumn time. I know I'd say like late summer into autumn time. So my plan now for the A5 next year, so we've got my current cover for next year. My kind of plan, I'm thinking, is that I will use this black cover like January to, I don't know, June, July maybe. And then from that point until the end of autumn, switch to the tartan, the plaid. And then maybe like the end of November into December, go back to the black. Like the black feels very like we're in the depths of winter here. And utilising it for that purpose. But the other reason as well is thinking about bulk and how the cover might like change over the year and that sort of thing. Basically kind of trying to future-proof a little bit. And also seeing like how mucky and fingerprint-y this plastic gets as the year progresses. That was kind of another thought I had. So yeah, we'll see how I get on basically, but it's just a nice way to have a bit of a change and a freshen up as the year progresses, I think. The other thing that kind of drew me to say, hey, include me in this giveaway, was I still have my cover on cover from my cousin last year. So my intention, I think, will be to use this cover just as is, but you know, out of this plastic. But if I wanted to tuck in postcards or anything like that, then I've got the option of using that cover on cover, and I'll be reusing stuff that I've already got. So yeah, that's like my new addition, I guess. I'll just put the A5 away for now. Do not need that yet. Is that everything? Okay. So I think that's everything for this week. Apologies if my voice has been a bit like ropey. I've done my best. I will talk to you next week. Hopefully I'm feeling a bit fitter by then. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.